Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Yolanda Melody. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about aloe vera and how this and the many health benefits that you can get from this plant, and also how the beauty industry knows and uses this plant to its benefit. I have been using aloe vera for sunburn and general skincare for many years, but it's only in the recent months that I have actually realised how many other uses this plant has, including headaches. Yes, you heard me correctly. Aloe vera can be used for treating migraines and headaches and many other things. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let me just give you a brief description of what aloe vera actually is. Aloe vera is a succulent plant species. Aloe is widely distributed and is considered an invasive species in many world regions. An evergreen perennial, it originates from the Arabian Peninsula, but grows wild in tropical, semi-tropical and arid climates around the world. Its most common use is for sunburn, and it says here, promisingly, it may also provide other health benefits, largely due to its antioxidant properties. Preliminary research has indicated that aloe vera may benefit your skin, dental, oral, and digestive health. It may even improve blood sugar control. You're gonna find this next part very interesting, right? The cosmetic, pharmaceutical, and food industries use aloe vera extensively, and the plant has an estimated market value of $13 billion globally. That information alone should get your cogs ticking, or whatever the phrase is. That information tells me that this plant is something to pay attention to, and it was only when doing this research that I actually looked around and I was like, hold on a minute. I started to realise that so many products that I use already are aloe vera based. So a little bit more information about aloe vera. It's known for its thick, pointy, fleshy leaves. They can grow to about 12 to 19 inches. The one that I have here is not the ones that you'll see grown in other countries. There are some plants that are big and long. The ones that I have are like lots of short little stubby leaves. Well, actually no, my aloe vera that I look after in my bedrooms, they look a little bit different to everybody else's, but I'll get onto that later. So the gel part inside of the leaves contains most of the beneficial bioactive compounds in the plant, including vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and antioxidants. It also contains antibacterial properties, which is another reason why I use it on my skin on the regular. So, a little bit of info about antioxidants. They are important for our health. Aloe vera gel contains powerful antioxidants that belong to a large family of substances known as polyphenols. What the polyphenols do is they help inhibit the growth of certain bacteria that can cause infections in humans. So aloe vera has that, and it also has antibacterial, antiviral, and antiseptic properties, and this is one of the reasons why it can help heal wounds and treat other skin problems. Upon doing more research, I actually realised that you can use the gel as a vegetable preservative if you grow vegetables, which by the way would be something that I would recommend during this time of world madness. It reduces dental plaque. When I read this I was like, yes. Because my toothpaste that I use is called AloeDent. It's a whitening toothpaste, it's fluoride free, very important. Aloe vera can also heal mouth ulcers. It can reduce constipation if you take it orally, but we'll get onto that in a minute. It can improve skin and helps to prevent wrinkles, so we love that. And it can also reduce acne flare-ups. Now, I can vouch for this because I am very acne prone. I can confirm that when I put pure aloe vera onto my skin, like the gel, my skin looks transformed by the next day. I do encourage you to do further research on your own, because there will be stuff that I haven't found yet about aloe vera, but this is what I've learnt so far. And I also only like to speak from experience. I'd never start talking about something that I hadn't used myself. Now, there are some drinks that contain aloe vera. I went through a phase a few years ago where I drank one a day. It was that long ago that I can't really recall the health benefits that I felt. I wasn't very healthy at that time anyway. However, every now and then, if I do suffer from constipation, can't believe I'm talking about this on the internet. Right, if I need to go and I can't go, I will take this little aloe vera cleanse tablet, which is completely natural from Holland and Barrett, and let me tell you now, it works a treat. So that indicates to me that it has a lot of laxative properties, which is why if you were to ingest too much aloe vera, you could end up with diarrhea. Just saying. Now, there's certain herbs and plants and vitamins that I've spoke about where some of them are meant for the skin predominantly and some of them are meant to be eaten predominantly. My intuition tells me that it's okay to have a bit of aloe vera juice every now and then, but me personally, I don't do that. So I find that it's best to apply it to the skin. That's just my personal preference. Okay, so now I'm going to discuss a few different things that I've experimented with, what's worked, what doesn't, when it comes to buying aloe vera juice in a bottle versus using the actual plant. So about 5 years ago, I used to buy this stuff from eBay. It was, in fact, let me try and find the bottle, hold on. See, I go into my suitcase, right, and I find another product that has aloe vera as the main ingredient, and it's a deodorant by Dr. Organic, but that's not what I'm going to talk about, right. By the way, in case anybody's wondering, none of this stuff is sponsored. I'm not some kind of MLM. Far from it. There is actually an MLM that uses aloe vera as their marketing tool. I think they're called Forever Living. I don't support them at all. Just saying. Right, so this is the gel that I used to use when I used to go and sunbathe. Used to. Yes, I sunbathe. Please, no lectures. My body, my choice. Let me tell you now, it is so difficult to just get 100% pure aloe vera juice. In fact, if anybody can find somewhere that sells 100% pure juice, I want to know, because I've been searching for a very long time and every single one of these brands have some form of preservatives in them and some are worse than others. I bought one tub that claimed to be natural, and when the package arrived and I looked at the ingredients, it was absolutely packed with parabens and lots of toxic chemicals, but it was advertised as 99.9% pure aloe vera. And I was so pissed off because I'm not putting parabens on my body, so I just chucked that in the bin. This one doesn't have parabens. I will put the ingredients list on the screen now for you, because if there's anything that stands out to you, then you're not going to waste your money. But anyway, this is vegan, cruelty-free, no colours, no fragrance and no parabens. This is the most natural bottled gel that I can find, but let me tell you, the consistency is completely different when you actually get it fresh out of the leaf. Now that could obviously be for a number of reasons. This was most likely derived from the big, thick leaved ones, but also the fact that I suppose for some reason people feel like they need to preserve this, otherwise it won't have a good shelf life, so it changes the consistency. Anyway, the reason why I used the gel for so long from the bottle is because I'm applying it to the whole of my body, and as you can imagine, it would take a few leaves out of my pretty little plant to apply it to my whole body. So it is a convenience thing. But if you're just starting out in your natural health journey and you're trying to reduce the amount of chemicals that you're putting on your body, I really do feel fine with recommending this because I used it for years. I probably will in the summer as well, just until I find a better alternative. But if you want to be uber clean and uber natural, I'll tell you all about how I look after these plants and how they've basically took over my house. I have aloe vera plants literally everywhere. And the great thing is that they're so aesthetically pleasing. If you just add an aloe vera plant with a pretty pot somewhere, suddenly it just makes the room look better. Let me tell you now, I am no expert with growing things yet. I don't really have that green thumb, but I aim to one day, hopefully very soon. There has been a few plants that have died on me, but these, they just keep on living. In fact, my aloe vera plants are thriving, so that's how easy it is to look after them and to grow them. I've been experimenting, trying to see how much water they like, how much sunlight they like, and let me tell you, they don't want a lot of it. I was pretty surprised to see that on Google it says that you have to put your aloe vera plant in the windowsill and it needs direct sunlight, otherwise it'll struggle. Well, there's a lot of sunlight that comes through my bedroom window, and what I found was that when I put an aloe vera plant there, it didn't thrive. The leaves were very short, kind of like a purpley, greeny, dark greeny colour, very different to what you see here. About 2 years ago I had just one of these and it looked like this. I got a little spray bottle with just plain water in. It was starting to get cobwebs around it and stuff, and all I did was spray it just so that the soil was wet, and I'm not kidding you, about a week later it had babies. And I was so confused. It literally had 6 babies, so there was 6 more plants within this one plant pot. I didn't really understand what was going on, so I asked my parents, who are very, very good at growing stuff, and then they said, okay, you need to find like 6 new plant pots to put all of these babies in, and now all the babies look like this. Hence why they're everywhere now. So I would say minimal water, get a little spray bottle like this with just plain water in, spritz it. I have honestly went like 2 months at a time without spraying any water on them and they've been fine. If you overwater them, it can actually be quite bad. And what I also find is they're not best in the window, but they do get some form of sunlight. I have one next to my bed, one next to my computer, which does really well. Also, it's great to have a plant next to your computer because it counteracts some of the negative effects that you can get from technology. Your computer emits positive ions, which should be called negative ions really, but they're not. They're called positive ions, but they have a negative effect on us. It's weird. Oh, and the headaches. What I would say is watch my video about my migraines and my headaches, and the full remedy is in that video if you haven't seen it already. But yeah, I think that's everything as far as I can remember. If you found this video helpful, please comment down below. Also, please remember to drop me a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Love you, bye!